bent down to pull out a weed in the garden, and I got big tearing feeling in my back and then tingling in my feet, and that I just dropped to my knees and I just sat there. I was by myself. The girls were at school. I just sat there just thinking, oh my God, what's happening in my body? And I was terrified. I knew I was in serious trouble, but I didn't want to scare you, and yet I couldn't do things anymore. I couldn't lift things.
Like you say, there is a crisis with chronic health in Australia. I'm talking to people every day, and it's heartbreaking to hear the really serious chronic health problems that so many people have.
But generally most people have the same story. They were maybe bitten by a tick, or maybe they weren't, that they notice, but many were, and then same types of exact symptoms, exact story. They get told it's all in their head. They've been in pain for years and years, and then they find something and it helps them. So where would I be without all these wonderful practitioners? I would not be here today. I would be 6 foot under, and my children wouldn't have a mother. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing the treatments that have helped me so much, and they're so simple, but so effective at relieving depression, anxiety and suicidal feelings. Adopted at birth, my adopted mother died when I was 3.5. My stepmother was often hospitalised receiving shock treatment during my childhood. Despite losing 3 mothers, somehow I found a love of life and adventure and a deep connection with nature. A home birth in the bush, terrorised by a neighbour, and our foal mysteriously dead. When I got the tick bites and they told me it was anxiety, I thought, no, I know exactly what anxiety is, and this ain't it. Even shark attacks didn't scare me compared to the after effects of those ticks. However, powerful mind-body therapies allowed me to access a deep wisdom and another dimension. Incredible remedies healed my physical body, and a parallel world of love transformed my life. But this Louise Hay book, it said, the thing that makes you the most angry is probably the thing that you most need to deal with, because it made me realise that I needed to forgive my grandfather because he died of cancer of the spine. So there was this incredibly deep cellular abandonment and fear of life, and that was all connected to my grandfather, because it was my grandfather's choice that my mother couldn't keep me off, and his spirit was broken. And I saw this little boy, and all I wanted to do was hold him. And I realised this little boy, the boy that was my grandfather, and he was the part of me that I hated, that I wanted him to die. I wanted that part of me that had been abandoned to die. But that was actually, suddenly I wanted to hold this little boy and love him. And that was the part of me that I had wanted to die. What was amazing was the energy or the emotions, the connections, the patterns that have come down through generations that are within us. Understand it. It's not going through and talking about the problem and
That's right.
trying to work out a way to manage the problem in your mind,
Yes.
or to manage the feelings that you have in your body. It's actually, it's a quantum, it really is like a quantum physics change.
It is.
That happens.
That's right.
I mean, 6 years ago I nearly died, and I never thought that my body would be able to heal as well as it has done. And it's incredible how much self-healing ability we have.
Yeah, you were about ready to turn around after we've been driving for 3 hours.
It would have been
like 3 hours.
Yeah.
You're about to turn around to go back and get it. And I was like, what? No.
I couldn't go a day without my remedies because it was agony, and I knew I couldn't. Yeah. But thankfully they've worked so well, and we've just been out there at Rainbow Bay on the Goldie. How many hours? A couple of hours surfing?
2.5.
Catching waves together. I went to high five Lily, and she grabbed my hand and pulled me backwards.
I jumped onto your board.
I felt like you just pulled me backwards and pulled me off.
If the wave was a bit bigger and could keep going, we could have been able to keep riding it, but it was dying out, so jumped on the back.
That was fun. funny. I wasn't expecting, and it didn't hurt my back.
Woo, yeah!
Thanks, Lil. You've been awesome. I really would not know. If it weren't for you, I would have given up. I really wouldn't have kept going, and I wouldn't have had the strength to, like, emotionally or physically had the strength. I would have just...
There's nowhere else that I would rather be. There's not